Get ourselves whole. Oh no, Kachow over for the team 1. Oh yeah, we do have 2 Paladins on this team, don't we? And Elo bringing it back as a full Faust card. I haven't seen Elo in a hot second here. Going to be a full day on hits for Kachow. Does get a stun to Elo. Has got a full immune. Just trying to see if he can get away from Kachow. Sigil of Fear, unfortunately, does not connect, but the full eye beam. Full demon form is active. If you can get yourself all that full damage rolling onto Kachow, I think it'll be golden. Try to see if you get the fire. That's a lot of fire damage. That's a lot of immolation aura damage potentially here. Could get himself lots of output right now versus Kachow. Just need to stay next to him, blur it up, and just stand there. That could potentially be a lot of fire damage. It does fly up, but I think Elo might just be lights here, man. Unless Kachow is just gonna go for full reset. I still think Elo is lights, right? Dawnlight just kills you. Yeah, Dawnlight and the hammer unfortunately does bonk you down. Cliff Dog gonna be up next. I'll try to see if he can get himself a setup versus Kachow. Yeah, actually, who was it that message? Anastad? Sabado. Yeah, we might actually have to do this where we get like each team a pallet at most. Not said. Big spree out for Cliff in the opener. Kachow immediately bubbles. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they made Outlaw Rogue into a basically worse version of Sub Rogue, as it's really bursty. really bursty. But like insanely long cooldowns until you can do that again. Literally 3-minute cooldown. You do have cooldown reduction, but like they made rogues so kind of like squishy, you just can't really stay toe to toe to really get a lot of cooldown reduction. Because you gotta be like building and spending calm points to do that. And unless you can do like quick hit and runs and run away, right? You know, just go, open up, get some bursts going. Cloak of Shadows up for Cliff. I think he's avoided the blind. Yeah, complete reset and has got himself behind the pillar. Kachow does himself the Shield of Vengeance, picking up the eye. Should be able to maybe get himself a little bit of healing. He more or less knows the rogue is nearby. Yeah. Does get himself a Wake of Ashes. Cliff Dog, I think he has evasion unless it's already on cooldown. Basic protection. Gotta find a way out of there. Gotta run out. Is it gonna be able to? That is the question. Kachow trying to see if he catch up to him. Basic protection. I think he just dead to Dawnlight. Yeah, dead to Dawnlight with a final wreck around the corner. There's just nothing he could have done there. That is unfortunate with Curdy. Try to see if he can get himself some sort of a setup here. Make Pallies go last. Yeah, we might just have to, man. Might just have to switch Kachow over to the other team, so at least we have Pally on each team, man. You know what I mean? Leave Pallies last on that cleanup duty. Maybe. My chat, dude, today is, you guys have definitely been building up. The frustration, the anti-Pally frustration has definitely been building up over time. And I think you guys are like, you know what, we've had enough. Put these Pallas to the back of the line, man. I don't want to see him play. I want to see everybody else play and just make Pallies play that, what's the word? Like janitor duty, dude, to clean up service at the tail end, right? Clean up on aisle 9 when we're done doing it. As Curdy trying to see if he can just take down Kachow, does go for a quick war stomp with the silence, but I think the pets are not. Oh no, silence. Blind, but I don't think the pets is blinded. Are they? Don't think so. Curdy does have himself just a little bit of health to work with. Death strikes are doing a decent bit. Hand him up for Kachow, but he's kind of low. I don't think he has a bubble anymore, does he? Stun onto Curdy. Does not have an out. Just trying to see if he can escape this if at all possible. That was a stun out for Kachow. He has nothing left. For Curdy, you just got to put some pressure. Just a little bit more damage. Just a little bit more overall output. Get some slows into Kachow. Maybe grip him out in the open. But looks like he's going to back it up out of there. Maybe like sacrifice a goal. He may need a heal. Yeah, he might need a heal. That may be like a first aid. He backed up out of there. I think he backed out because he was completely dry on cooldowns. But I think him backing out might have given Kachow a chance here to win. Because that's a full Dawnlight, and he's trying to see if he can go behind the pillar. Curdy needs to pick up as much stuff as possible. AMS is up. I don't really know what's stole from Kachow, but it doesn't matter. Kachow just ends up going for a big puff of burst. Take him out of there. But Pala have to do each other only? Yeah, maybe. Only Pala will Pala approve because you'll see Pala die. True. Is it giving Leo a chance to like, what is happening? He's like showing his back. He's like, I'm not even gonna look at you. I'm not even gonna look at you. Oh, okay. I didn't hear him, say anything, but I mean, those are fighting words. Those are fighting emotes right there, man. This is fighting emotes. Wasn't even looking at him, leaning up away from him, and then just hit him with a rude. Okay. It's gonna be down to Leo to somehow find a way to fight through the rest of the team one man. He's gonna fight through Kachao, most likely everybody else. If it's a Paladin into Pally, that would be brutal. Does go for silence. Kachao with a bubble. Backup and available. Leo, all he can do is try to see if he can tank down as best as possible. I don't know why I switched over to Curdy. But all he can do is play defensively. Does end up avoiding a lot of that bubble immunity out for Kachao. Does go for cleaves. Looking for a kick. Does not connect with a kick. Kachao got a lot of range damage. Blind last second. Searing Glare doesn't connect. I think it actually connected. Death backed up for Leo. Does have himself a way to break out of that stun. Kachao barely has any health. Wake of Ashes is available, however. To use that Wake of Ashes to heal, he does use it to heal and does use one to deal dot damage to Leo, who still has a death back and can't really heal himself. Maybe sacrifice the ghoul as soon as the death back is gone. That might be what he needs to do here. If that ghoul is still in play. I don't think it is anymore. No, I think a child just absolutely just turns it around. I thought Leo was going to be able to walk in and have full burst, but I don't think it's happening. Unless Leo can somehow catch up a lot of healing right now. That or get CC chain onto Kachao in full burst. Does bring AMS a stun. That's huge. Trying to see if he can make some damage happen. Size goes through. Is it enough? Kachao is low. It does explode. And Leo does end up taking him out. Barely alive, but does get himself a first aid. Catching up as much health as he can at 33% dampening. And Sabadell is going to be up next. For Leo, this is his worst matchup. Can he? Yeah, he's like walking up to Megami. Does he have food? I was going to say, like, it looked like he was going to run over to Megami and get some food from him, but nah, apparently you already have it. Just chilling until higher close Paladin 5. Yeah, seriously, this risk is seriously. Hopefully, yo, this is where you gotta root for Leo, because if Leo plays well, you'll actually be able to get a chance to play. Flagellation out for Leo. No way to stop that huge hit. It is lights for this man. There ain't no way you surviving that kind of burst. That was filthy. That burst was absolutely filthy. Huge. I think it was eviscerate, right? A mad eviscerate. Actually insane. Sabadell tried to see if he can get himself proper opener onto Megumi. Blind to follow after. Got himself the Phoenix. I think Phoenix is attempted to cast at Sabadell, but he can't quite reach him. This Phoenix is... Because some pets, when you summon them, they actually will track rogues and stealthies, even if they go re-stealth. Like Tyrant for Warlocks. For some reason, that pet can literally see stealth. Like, if you summon him and the rogue vanishes, he'll still just chase after you. He's been like a really bugged pet, but in a bad way for so long. They finally fixed him by basically making him useless, except for buffing. It is so rough. Megami does go in for a block. I don't know. Versus Sabadell, mages do have it rough. For Megami there with some cooldowns. Sheep shot right after. Is it over? Is it lights? Hold on a second. Oh, that ain't looking good. Cauterize is available. Can go for Invis. Try to go for Poly. I think it is over. Yeah, knockback on the rogue ain't gonna happen. Megami, I think, is just done. Unless you get shields. You need that fiery barrier right now. Is it the oh, it is the beefy barrier that will go away. Yeah, Shadow Strike and it's over. Ha! Yeah. I knew it. 2 globals all needed. Kachao does pick up 3. Vasi and Saya, a bit of a rematch between these two. I think it's exactly what Vasi wanted though. Stun as soon as you go in for the hunt. My question is, did the hunt connect? I don't think the hunt connected. I think actually Sai was able to avoid the hunt damage completely. Avoided the Sigil of Fear and just clobbered down the Demon Hunter without him even getting a chance to even figure out what the hell is going on. Big meteors down onto Saya with Meg. I'm gonna call him Meg. I have no idea how to say your name, so I'm just gonna call him Meg. It is MEGUM, I want to say. Wait, are you AoE polying him? Does get himself a ring, but Saya, I mean, he's got range damage here. Look at this. This is a melee class, and Meg is just getting blasted out. Maybe looking for a block here. I think it's going to be a block unless you just die without a... Oh, you already blocked. Never mind. Shut up, Meg. Exactly. Shut up, Meg. Glyph Dog just trying to see if you can flip a couple of coins versus Saya. Isn't going to be enough, man. Flip a coin, a win. Flip a coin, tails a win, heads you lose. Hopefully. You would think there's a kind of just insane, no Meg. Okay. Well, I see the mage named Meg, so I'm gonna go with the name Meg. but that would be Insane the Rogue on the Mage. Named Insane Rogue, not an Insane Rogue on the Mage. I feel like I gotta stop explaining it. I feel like you guys are smart. You guys are smart, bunch of smart cookies. Smarter than me for sure. Cliff tried to see if he go for advantage, but getting caught on a I think Saya already had the eyes picked up, however, so he knew exactly where he was. Killing spree, but a shield of vengeance is going to end up popping unless you can stay on top of Saya. While spree is on him, that damage is going to eventually get outrange. Smoke bomb for a second, picking up a little bit. Healing sap. I am surprised that sap went through. I am very surprised that that sap went through, and just try to see if he gets some food. Probably good that he started moving. Saya picking up another set of eyes, so you should be able to see exactly where Cliff is at. He knows. But that sap is going to be half. I think you're just going to have to get in there. Yeah, you're just going to have to get in there. Saya tried to see if he catches it. Blessing is saying to stop the stuns. You can go for a disarm. I don't know if it doesn't really do that much against the Paladin. What was that huge hit there, by the way? It was like a huge proc hit, and Saya had taken him out with just a bunch of hammers from a distance. Literally 3 people on that team of Team 2 have gotten eviscerated, evaporated, with Saya just walking up and just doing quick work with all of them so far. When is going to be Curdy trying to give Saya a bit of an honor duel, and Saya hitting them with a couple of bonk hammers. And Saya actually did not, no, he used the bop. He used the bop. Oh, Spell Warden, I guess. I don't know if he has Lay on Hands though, but he does have Bubble. So potentially maybe Lay on Hands and Bubble, so he's got himself a couple of defenses. Shield of Vengeance available, maybe Wall. Try to see if he can waddle out. That is an entire undead army. Wake of Ashes will stun him for a second, but he's going to get kited back into the army of undeads. Consecration is going to slow him down a little, but for Curdy, he better herd the Paladin into the undeads. Is going to go for a blind. Curdy does himself Blessing is saying, Blessing or Dark Sim. I don't really know what was he able to Dark Sim from him. I don't think it was a bubble. Curdy may be in trouble. Death back with the dome. Just trying to see if he can live this. Saya is super low. Saya might be in trouble as well. AMS up for Curdy. It's going to be enough damage. Gripping him in right now. Saya, do you have enough damage yourself? Stun onto Curdy. Does have an out. Short stun from the pet. Pet is probably might potentially get stunned if that's under the Wake of Ashes. Blind on Saya for a second. Curdy sacrifices the ghoul for a moment. Try to see if he can get himself a gargoyle. Maybe that'll be enough. Death strikes are available. Try to see if he can maybe Dark Sim some kind of a heal from Saya potentially. He was able to Dark Sim something. I think a heal. Flash heal if you have it. Yeah, it does use it. It does nothing, unfortunately. For Unholy Death, it doesn't do much. The pets are on Saya with White Man on top of it. So that's going to be some dot damage on top of it too. Curdy, you need an AMS or something. Stun onto Saya super early. Once you get himself a heal, but Saya just goes in, clobbers him down. Got himself full regenerate, and it looks like Leo is going to give him the proper honor duel. Man, Curdy got that Dark Sim, which I love to see, but timing that against a Paladin, it is tough. I think he was trying to see if you could potentially time a Dark Sim, a Saya super low to get a bubble at him, so then you could also steal the bubble, so you could have a bubble for a bubble, and then you'd be able to just absolutely rock down Saya when you bubble your damage, and then you have burst. Saya, I think, is just dead. No, Lay on Hands comes back last second. Barrett's out for Leo. IBF out. He's got some potential to steal lots of damage. Big Reaper sight. Second sight goes through. Isn't enough damage. It looks like Leo does bring it back for his team, though with a very narrow victory. All that's still rocking through him right now. Not in an amazing spot, health-wise, cooldown-wise. Do you have mage food, right? I think you should have mage food. Did you drop feast? It looks like Sabado, like he could just charge him. He could rush you, but he ain't. He's giving you a chance. He's giving you a first aid opportunity. He's giving you a reset. There you go. There's the mage food. Basically, the mage was supposed to be like, Megami. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be? Megami? Okay. Yeah. From Konosuba? No. That's a good one. I like it. So, character of that name. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're trying to do. Please don't all the Paladins possible for the cluster play against broken chat, dude. My chat is quickly converted to be anti-Paladin. Oh, you guys are gonna have some fun tomorrow, man. I'm probably Lason's gonna come over tomorrow for NA teams. Unfortunately. Leo does get rocked. Big burst out for Sabadell with an evasion. I don't think there's anything you can do. Death back last second. Maybe some death strikes as evasion falls off. That's about all he can do. Maybe spam? Nah. That is unfortunate. Yeah, Saya with a clean 4. Clean sweep 4. That is rough, man. We need 1. Alrighty. Groups are going to be open for a team.